生きるか死ぬかの怪我だ。
どういうことだ？はるか、カムロ町にいたのか？またこの町に帰ってきちまったか。
けどこの話にはまだ続きがある。
なんだと？
事故に遭った時、車が突っ込んでくるのを見たはるかが、自分のことはお構いなしに体を張って守ったものがある。
まさかそんな。
この子ははるかの子だ。
なら父親は？この子の父親は誰なんだ？ハルトの価値ってのは何だ？あの子の父親は一体誰なんだ？はるかの息子を守ってやるのは今俺しかいねえ。みんなが待つところに。
おじさん! At the heart of it, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, is a story about family. What defines a family? Or a father? Is it blood? Is it love? And when push comes to shove, what are we willing to do for those we would call our family? Yakuza 6 sets out to explore those themes. After retiring from his Yakuza life as 4th chairman of the Tojo clan, all Kazuma Kiryu wants to do is live a life in peace with Haruka, the closest thing to a family he has. The two set out to open an orphanage on the Okinawan coast they call home, but Kiryu's past and his Yakuza ties have done nothing but come back to haunt him. These ghosts threaten to tear them and their new life apart.
Kiryu Kazuma をカムロ町での暴行傷害並びに器物破損の容疑で逮捕します。
At the onset of Yakuza 6, Kiryu reluctantly agrees to spend 3 years in prison to hopefully wash clean his past for good. But while those 3 years are relatively uneventful for him, on the outside and without him, the lives of those he's closest to begin to unravel. Haruka Sawamura was only a little girl when she met Kiryu in 2005, and the two have seen their fair shares of both joy and strife. In 2012, Haruka set out to become an idol, a treacherous path she had to take that would lead her to a final choice: distance herself from Kiryu permanently, or abandon her dream. In front of thousands of fans, Haruka chose Kiryu, but that choice was not without consequence. When Kiryu returns from his 3-year sentence, he discovers Haruka has gone missing. Faced with tabloid scrutiny and social media bullying, Haruka did the one thing that her mother told her not to do: run away. Kiryu sets out to his old stomping ground, Kamurocho, in order to find her, but he's too late. Haruka has been in an accident, but when Kiryu reaches the hospital, he gets another shock. In the accident, Haruka had sacrificed her own well-being to save the life of another, her son, Haruto. The only thing Kiryu has to go on is a picture of Haruka taken in the sleepy port town of Onomichi, Hiroshima. And he has more questions than answers. Who is Haruto's father? Why was Haruka so far away from home? And what did she do there? Kiryu heads out to Onomichi to discover the answers. But Hiroshima is a land of contrasts. Lively, yet abandoned. Bright, yet shadowy. And in these shadows, Kiryu will discover a Yakuza organization that would kill to protect its secrets. But Kiryu is not the type of man to be intimidated. Find out what happens when Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, launches on March 20th, 2018.
覚悟はええか。念仏でも唱えとけ。わしもの惚れた女の前で酷にされたままじゃ。
おい。
なんじゃ。
あまり時間がねえ。早いとこ済ませてんだがな。行くぞ。
の人と違うオーラがあるからね。
生きるか死ぬかの怪我だ。
どういうことだ？はるか、カムロ町にいたのか？またこの町に帰ってきちまったか。
けどこの話にはまだ。
Hello, hello, hello!
What up, guys?
Are we hearable?
事故に
Are
遭っ
we
た
being
時
heard?
車が突っ込んでくるのを見たはるかが。
Please be the right one. Is this, can you guys hear us?
The game audio seems a little loud on our side, which is why we're asking.
Yeah.
We need to adjust some audio levels real quick.
They can hear us. Can you hear us clearly?
Oh, excellent.
Do I need to turn my voice up or turn the game down? I guess is the big thing. It's New Year! First stream of the new year! And we have no idea if stuff still works. That's why we're asking.
We're all rusty. We're like, how do you stream again?
How do you stream? I'm gonna click this thing. No, don't click that thing yet! Okay. Alright.
So, yeah, we're here, and,
I'm excited.
yeah. At the end of last year, we were, to catch you all up, we played, Yakuza 5, some Santa Saijima, and during that stream, we were like, hey guys, you know, we want to wrap up Yakuza 0, what do you guys want to see? And I think I got a couple requests for Kiwami.
I got some requests from Kiwami. I know I requested Kiwami from you.
Oh, yeah? So, yeah, it just makes logical sense to jump into Kiwami. We obviously won't go through the whole game, but, you know, this is a different approach with this localization. We'll have a lot of little gems to give you on this.
Oh yeah, the actual approach for this one was like, we were a little nervous about this.
We were really nervous, yeah.
We were kind of nervous about this one.
Because, you know, this technically already existed in some way, shape, or form back in the day, and we were like...
Wait, so you're saying we didn't just take, you know, Yakuza1.exe text and copy it into Yakuza...
Copy, paste, done!
Done? We didn't do that?
Localization!
We didn't do that?
No, we did not do that.
We did not do that.
We threw out that entire localization.
We threw it out!
We threw it out.
We did throw it out, actually.
We did throw it out. We were like, this... It was a little unreliable.
But it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. And this is, I think, an important localization topic, is that localization for dub... We've been talking about this a lot recently. Localization for dub, for a voiceover game, and localization for a text-only game, completely different animals. Like, completely different things.
Different skill sets, even.
Different skill sets. They literally can't say the same things.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna we're gonna talk about the day. First hour we're gonna be working on this, and the second hour we're gonna do something else, maybe.
Something else? I think we've already said we're gonna play some Puyo Puyo.
Maybe play some.
You guys play some Virtua Fighter 5.
Embarrass ourselves.
Sam's gonna school me so hard on both of those.
Embarrass ourselves.
It's gonna be great.
So here we go.
Here we go. New game. Let's go. Let's go.
Jumping right in.
New game without using clear data. Why is there clear data already on this? Who's been playing Kiwami? Woo! That Yakuza system data.
We
Whew, I thought this was Japanese for a second.
It was funny. That was like another thing. Like we had to teach the dev team how to do that.
Yeah, because we did it with Zero with a different developer.
Yeah, with a different outsourcing kind of group, and we're like, we wanted to like replicate what we did in Yakuza 0 into Kiwami, and they're like, we don't understand what you did, and we had to build some kind of like
some
crazy kind of thing, some janky thing to show them what we were talking about.
A lot of the stuff from Zero had to be kind of like was fresh for this game because like the dev team hadn't been localizing Yakuza games for how long?
Since 2011?
Since 4?
Since it's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got back into the game on this one, and it was yeah.
When we say the dev team, we mean the actual guys who created this game. So the people we had working on the localization for the Yakuza 0 were slightly different. We're very different than the people we had working on this one. The people who worked on localization in Yakuza 0, who did the actual programming work, was the same group.
Yeah, we're talking about the programming work, not the writing.
Not the writing. But the programming work was done by the same group who did the localization work for Yakuza 5. So we were kind of, rolling that experience over into Yakuza 0. But for this game, we were right back to the original developer.
Yes, and that there was a big kind of learning curve. Some things that had to be kind of like that little typey text that we got on this one was something I would have loved to have had in English. It was in English in
6.
Yeah, we did get it in English.
It's
6,
completely redundant.
Right. But like in the original Yakuza, it was in English, and that's something because it's baked into the movies. Like that's just something that we had to kind of like deprioritize, I guess.
Tenyo Senjo called us out. He said he was talking about the people who did the localization on we buried Dead Souls. They think that they got us, but you didn't, because Dead Souls wasn't done by the original developer either. That was done in-house at SOA. So no, actually it was. They hadn't actually directly worked on the localization over in Japan since Yakuza 4, because Dead Souls was done by an internal group of people managed internally at SegaAmerica. So, haha! You thought you got me, but you didn't. Oh, okay. So, guys, right here. Here we go.
What up?
This is gonna be Kiryu's
the only time he ever gets a don-don when it's not even a don-don. Listen to this. It's the only time he's ever gotten one, because this is the only time he's like in the Yakuza for like all the 10 minutes.
Even like Nishikiyama gets like two. He gets one in the first game and one in 0, one in this one.
Right. Here's Kiryu like doing crimes, guys. Like, enjoy this moment, because this is like the time that you get to see Kiryu like doing some crimes. Going to collect on some overdue dudes. So yeah, the localization on this began in our side before 0 had finished.
That's right.
And that's
right.
Part of the way that we're able to make sure that you are getting these Yakuza games every 6 months.
Yeah. How do I hold all these oranges that I'm going to stuff into people's faces, kind of thing, you know? Working it hard.
And then you guys are like, Ishin when?
So all this text is all this stuff right here, these interactions right here. This was all original to Kiwami content. In the original Yakuza, none of this stuff even existed.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons that people think that's like you could just copy the text over, but there's actually a lot more text in this game than was in the original Yakuza stuff.
And sort of the same reason why people were like, why don't we get the original dub? And it's like which would have been fun, admittedly.
Yeah, some original dub. Like DLC or something like that. That would have been pretty fun.
Bring in the original cast to film all the extra scenes, because this game is not just that dialogue.
Yeah.
Not to mention that dub was like contracted for Yakuza, correct? Like we'd have to renegotiate all those contracts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how the VO works. You can't. Certain. Long and short of it is, it's kind of complicated. VO is complicated for people who are familiar with VO. You'll know what I'm talking about. But you can't just like take voice data from one game and just throw it into another game as you see fit. There's laws and agreements and contracts that basically say you can't do that. And the reason you can't do that, and it makes sense. The reason you can't do that is because the actors themselves should have the rights to essentially like control how they're acting and how their voice is being used. So there's certain things in place, laws and regulations that say you can't just like steal someone's performance and use it however you want to. So you can't just throw it. Being that this is a remake, you can't just like throw the voice into the remake. Even if we wanted to, we'd have to kind of.
You have to talk to the studio.
You got to talk to the people.
My understanding is Mark Hamill's pretty busy these days.
Yeah. And another thing is that all this VO was redone in Japanese anyway. So you guys are not only getting the Japanese VO for the first time, you're getting like a remastered version of it. Like this guy's whole delivery, this Oyaji here, his whole delivery is totally different in the original Japanese.
The actors had obviously kind of found their groove after the original Yakuza, and so like coming back in on Kiwami, Japan brought in all these guys back again to be like, you know the character now, you live the character. Let's use that experience and reapply it to the original game.
And generally, when we were originally getting this project together, we used this scene right here as a means by which to like show the differences between the original PS2 English version, the Japanese HD remake, or remake or remaster for PS3, and then the Kiwami version to show them like all the differences to make sure everyone was on the same page.
This was a tough pitch where we're remaking Yakuza 1, but it's not just like an HD remaster. Like that's what most people kind of understand to be like an HD remake is you take the original assets, you up-res them a bit, and maybe you put in a new content or something that didn't come over in the first place, that kind of thing, and then repackage it and charge $40, right? But at the end of the day, this is anything but that.
Yeah, Techno Syndrome's pointing out the fact that he appreciates the fact that we put the reference to when you don't pay your debts and what you get line.
Yes,
in a different sub-story, and that's because that's like I like that line so much. That's actually in my signature, my work mail signature. So if I recall correctly, I think I was like, you guys need to work. It sounded like you did it on your own, but
yes,
you did it on your own. We like that line. The long and short of it is that we like that line too. So yeah, we wouldn't have. It's one of my favorites. But that's not what he says in the original Japanese. But that's kind of the point. That's kind of what we were talking about when we talk about the difference between a translation and a dub. So the dub is got a lot more going on with it. You have to think about, because you got to think about head movements. You got to think about where their lips are formed, the length of the line, the thing they got to say. So sometimes you just have to kind of like throw out the Japanese and write a line that fits in a very specific kind of space. And you sometimes get something that's very, very different in tone and delivery than the original Japanese, just simply by the fact that you're having to kind of force something natural into something that's English but natural into that one little space. It's tough.
兄貴、回収しました。約束の額だ。悪く思うな。
When you don't pay your debts.
How much you get?
There's the trophy name.
Yeah,
when you don't pay your debts.
You don't pay your debts.
兄貴、ありがとうございました。でも。
So this is how many years after Zero? 95 minus 88. 7 years. And in that time,
a lot has actually happened.
A lot has happened. Yeah, a lot of movement in the Dojo.
And stuff that they don't even like. They just hint at, and it's never actually been unpacked in any of the games.
Right. So as you probably know from beating Yakuza 0, that Dojima becomes this like just kind of figurehead in this family. He obviously doesn't step down or anything, but he's like an empty, powerless, toothless kind of leader. And Kazuma is more or less running the Dojima family from behind the scenes. He's still the captain of the Dojima family, and he has promoted Kiryu to lieutenant advisor, which is the only time you're going to see this rank in this game, which is like this elevated lieutenant who has the captain's ear kind of thing. Kiryu is now basically the same rank as the 3 dudes that he was beating up the last time. Just kind of a cool touch.
Vampy joined our.
Oh, is she in here?
She's gonna give her a shout out.
What up, baby?
Thanks for joining us. We do this stuff for you guys, so thanks for joining. So we're about to come up on a scene that's been like totally expanded from the original one, right?
Yes, yes. And this scene is kind of infamous because there's like all these other like fan localizations like floating around about there.
Oh yeah,
it's like super vulgar. And it's like, you could maybe translate it that way, but there's also not really kind of in character at this point, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that, and that's the great thing, the amazing thing about translation and interpretation in general is that translation is not a math formula. You can give someone something to translate or interpret to 10 different people and get 10 completely different kind of interpretations back on it. So it's, there's a bit of that's where the artistry comes in. So, like pick your favorite interpretation, you want, but we actually looked at the scene a lot. I remember we watched this scene.
God, this scene was so crucial.
We like sat down and watched it like 3 or 4 times through, being like, okay, here's how we're going to approach this one. Because this one was really important because after coming off of Yakuza 0 and Scott and his team's whole kind of new take on Majima, we had to make sure that people coming from 0 who had an idea of this is the kind of guy Majima is, he changes so much in this 7 years.
And there's so much fan confusion about that. They're like, what the hell happened to Majima?
But that's how
it's
it always
subtle. It's always been subtle. It's like, it's not something where he's like, flips the switch and it's just like, I'm crazy now. You know?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the man of the hour.
Yeah.
And I get so much shit for using Sir as Aniki. You guys. We'll get into that in a sec. This seems so important. Captain. He's made it all the way up to captain. He's technically the same rank as Kazuma at this point. Yeah. He's gained a lot of power. He's got his own family. This is that part that I was talking about. People will be like, thinking he wants in on that action when it's really not. I don't know. I didn't really think of Majima as being like, I want that. It's the line is a little bit more like
he's just trying to get he's trying to get a rise out of Kiryu. It's not about Majima. It's about he's jabbing at because Kiryu's such a stoic kind of person, and the fact that Majima has got kind of like insight into what he thinks is important. As someone who's like tries to keep everything internal to Kiryu, that's gonna drive someone like that a little, like put them on edge. Or whatever. At least that's what he's trying to do. Yeah. He doesn't. I don't think he's successful.
The scene is this extended scene is so like, if you read between the lines, the understanding of what you get from Zero Majima to Kiwami Majima, it's like it's kind of in there.
Hey. 覚えておきます。でも。でもないや。
Well, I just one thing I want to point out, really quickly, is that Majima is 2 years older than Kiryu, right?
Correct.
And 2 years is like doesn't seem like a big thing, but in Japanese culture, he's older, and that means that Kiryu has to defer to him no matter what. It doesn't.
Especially in the
Yakuza. It doesn't matter. Like if a person is 1 year older than you, they're your senior. That's all there is to it. So that's one of the reasons that there's this difference here, because Majima is 2 years older. That's why he's Nisa.
Another thing we get hit on is that we didn't localize the full Majima dash no dash ni dash san into the entirety of the.
If you can hear it.
Yeah. At some point, I mean that's. You understand what the point is, you know. He's deferring to him.
Yeah.
And that's why we just you can shrink that down to san and understand that he's paying him the right respect.
Oh, it's 4 years. They're correcting me. He's 4 years old. Correct. You guys are right. I'm wrong.
Oh, Kiryu. I think there's a part of Kiryu's attitude, Kiryu's whole sense of I'm going to do things my own way that bothers Majima to some extent. Majima is a pessimist at this point. Kiryu is an optimist. These lines are so crucial to Majima's current character. Think about Zero in that line. Think about Zero. Who's really broken?
俺は自分の考えを変えるつもりはありません。何があってもか。ええ。分かったわ。ほな、お前のその覚悟見届けさせてもらうで。四六時中ずーっとな。何？でももし筋が通っとったら俺との喧嘩買うてくれるか？その時に
one of the things that actually happens a lot in the localization process of this is that people forget Majima only has one eye in text, and they'll give me things like, "I'm keeping my eyes on you, man," and I'm like, "No." I have this constant reminder to myself that no, Majima will never talk about I as plural, especially pertaining to himself.
So someone in chat pointed out is that the context of that Majima is his senior, and that's one of the reasons that Kiryu takes these hits from. But at that point, basically, Majima has now but afterwards, like Kiryu fights back, like what's going on? But at that point, basically, Majima has basically said, "I'm going to attack you going forward, and I expect you to fight back," and it's allowed. Like. It's now it's open fighting season or whatever kind of thing.
It's open season on Majima.
So that's one of the. So now that that's there, that's why it kind of contextualizes the fact that going forward, I literally have like. It's not really a point of like proving anything or whatever. It's like okay, well. Onisan's saying that he needs me to fight back when he comes to attack me, so I guess this is what we're gonna do. So.
Lena, Yumi wa?
Here's our boy Nishiki before he becomes the dark Nishiki. Note, Nishikiyama still has no rank. Still just kind of a rank and file. Technically same rank as Shinji.
There's a lot of Nishida love.
Nishida!
Is Nishida one of the guys who's backing him up in that? Do we know that?
In what?
In that previous scene with Majima, the two guys who were with him?
I don't think so.
We don't think that's... Because does Nishida actually show up, or is he only on the phone?
He's only on the phone in this
He's
one.
only on the phone. Yeah. So no one... Do we not know what Nishida looks like?
Oh, we know. Because he's in 3.
He's in 3. Okay.
Okay.
You want me to? We don't talk about that one. How about that Yakuza 6, guys? Good.
I don't know if we have any visitors from Reddit here. I want to just give a shout out to Reddit, the Yakuza Games Reddit. And I watched that Reddit, and I think you guys, there's a lot of really great discussion in there, and there's a lot of really hype. But there's a lot of people in that Reddit who are like, because people come in asking, like, I just finished Kiwami and I need more. What do I do? And Reddit's whole like shtick on that is like, well, don't buy 6. Play everything else first, and don't worry about 6 right now.
We're in a flashback right now, guys.
It's like flashback.
Flashbackception.
And if anyone from Reddit's out there, I would say like,
please help us.
Please help us and tell people not to like not get 6 and get everything else.
You can only play 6 after you bought a PS2. Put Yakuza 2 in there, and then bought a PS3. Put 3, 4, and 5.
That's such bad advice.
And after you've gotten through this 200 hours of Yakuza, you have the right to play Yakuza 6. Please don't do that.
Don't do that. So if anyone's out there, if we have any Reddit representatives, what I would kindly ask, what we would appreciate if you could inject into those conversations is instead advise people to go to the Experience site and catch up on the series. It's over this way. And because we have the comics, we have the the timeline and whatnot.
We're almost done with the comics.
We're almost done with the comics. You mean on the creation side?
What's that?
On the creation side? Or
yeah.
And we're working through these, and remember, if you're interested in getting the series, if you're on in 0, you've played 0, you've played Kiwami, Go to the experience site. Read the comics. You can get caught up without actually spoiling the games in and of themselves. Really, maybe some light spoilers, but they're no really more spoilery, honestly, than like watching a trailer.
Right.
They're kind of trailer level.
And if you still want more information, Yakuza 6 literally picks up where Yakuza 5 leaves off, and it's right from the title screen. There's this option where you can go read all 9 pages per game of text that I wrote for you.
So the whole idea that you must play the other games before picking up your shiny copy of Yakuza 6 that comes with an art book.
Yep.
In your launch quantities. What is it? What do you call it? Free 99.
Free 99.
Free 99. The idea that you must play all the other games before diving in.
If you enjoy Yakuza and you enjoy the character Kiryu, Yakuza 6 is going to be pretty fun. I think
you should play Yakuza 6,
especially if you played Kiwami. You kind of have a lot of the context of 6, which is a Kiryu kind of Haruka family story. You got it. You kind of got it.
Yeah. So get it, guys.
Please help.
So get out there, be champions for us. You guys, if you take the time to join these streams and listen to me and Scott talk about this series, I think you can call yourselves real core fans, because
the casuals aren't out there being like, yeah, I definitely want to watch these two localization fools.
You guys talk about it. No. You guys are like the hardcore. So get out there. We can't be everywhere. We don't really want to be in everyone's faces, and that's kind of weird. Kind of weird for me. Like, I could go into Reddit and go jump into those threads and be like, "Hey, Sam Mullen from the here's how I think you should approach it.
Here's us selling a video game.
That's not really how it should be. I don't think that's fair to you guys. It's fair to the communities,
Same reason I don't pop into the Reset Era thing very often, or GAF, whatever it is these days. I try to leave that conversation to you guys so you can talk shit about our localizations and not feel like I'm going to jump in and be like, well, actually.
This is our venue for doing that.
Yeah,
we create a venue for us to sit here and complain about things and invite you guys to join it, but we don't want to bring we don't want to bring it to you guys. Because your space is your space and our space is our space. So, yeah.
The Sir thing. Can we talk about the Sir thing?
Let's talk about Sir.
Aniki. As y'all, a lot of people kind of know what that word means already, and y'all
because it was in the original dub. They used Aniki in the original.
They did, and 1.5 million animes and other video games just stick it in there. Aniki, big bro, right? That's the literal translation of Aniki. And so when you see it here as Sir, I can understand a lot of people being like, that's wrong. But when it's used in the Yakuza, it has a different meaning than big bro.
Yeah.
It is a term of, you outrank me.
Yes.
You are above me. You have.
It's a deference.
It's a deference. It's a term of deference.
When was the last time anyone in this chat in an English conversation used the word big bro to show deference to a senior member in an office, in a family, anything? I would be really willing to bet that probably never, because I've never gone to a ranking member in any of my organizations I've ever been a part of and said, "Big bro."
Big bro, manager, big bro.
you say sir. That's the English equivalent for showing deference. So that's what we do.
Bob, you got anything for me today? Oh, I want the goods, Bob.
Yeah, man, give us the goods.
Yes.
So what? I don't know if I'm totally correct. What is this guy's background?
No one knows what Bob's about, man.
Who is this guy?
Don't question Bob. Don't sweat the details.
So can someone in chat tell me where this guy comes from? What a weird character. What is this guy's background?
But it's for me, and it's free. I love Bob. I want a game about Bob. This ridiculous extended ring fetching quest is about to begin.
That's right.
There's kind of a reason for that. It's a bit technical.
So we're currently. This is currently a. Are we in a flashback right now?
We are in a flashback.
We're in the playable portion of the flashback.
Yes.
Okay.
But a lot of games actually kind of restrict you. I mean, games are naturally restrictive in the very first chapter, right?
Right.
And that helps with the way that games are currently built, where you can start playing them before they're fully installed. And
that's right.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yakuza,
right.
though,
That's right.
has to put in these barriers to make sure that if you are installing the game while you're playing it, you can't go past the point where something's been installed.
Right.
Which is why this ring quest has been extended a bit to make sure that while this game is installing, you are sticking around some very specific areas.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I feel like this guy almost got us into trouble at some point.
It kind of did.
It kind of almost got us in trouble. It was like it's like a band-aid for like a potential problem that the devs had kind of created to solve the installing situation. Because how big is this game? How big is this game? Is it? It's
in the 20s.
It's in the 20s, right? Yeah. And they have to make sure, the game is long enough to content-wise to make it so you can't fall off the end of the play session before a reasonable time has passed for the entire game to download. Otherwise, you have to stop. You have to basically that's all I can do. I guess
it kick back to the title screen.
Go back to the title screen,
which is not a great experience.
Yeah.
He sucks at romance so hard. I love this whole section where he's just like, I don't want to do the birthday. I guess put her name on it.
I've got too many mice over here. I'm trying to control various things.
For those who don't know, even though there are telephone booths around, in Kiwami, you can just save the game. Look at that.
QOL.
Wow, there's some save data progress. Interesting.
From like
who knows
mid last year. Maybe that's how. Maybe that's why they.
How did it know? Data. I just installed the game.
Well, it means it probably was on here previously.
Oh.
And we took it off for some reason.
Oh. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Jeez. Oh, here we go.
That was some crazy pathfinding there.
Very astute, kid. So yeah, we were actually jumping between this game and Zero. Zero's translation would come to us in installments, and obviously that was a priority because it was coming out first, and we all hands on Zero kind of thing. But while we were waiting for those installments to come, we were like, we may as well start Kiwami.
Yeah.
And we did.
Well, another thing is that it's important to understand is that for Yakuza 0, we were using the translation group who had been working on the Yakuza series in the past, because the text volume was really big, and we at the time, like, we were like right in the middle, working on P5, and we just didn't have a lot of people to turn to it, and so we were like, hey, we're going to rely on you guys to give it to us, and we brought that in, and then we kind of did the sort of our internal sort of magic on it. But for this title, it was all done internally. Like, we had a couple of internal translators through on it.
One external translator.
With one external translator.
Nagisa's first round.
Oh, is that Nagisa's first round?
Nagisa's first round on Yakuza, who's become my...
Shout out to Nagisa.
My Majima girl. She's got some Osakan background. I'm like, I know the character for you. She's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, Nagisa's she's a trooper. She's a trooper. So, yeah. And then... But when we do things internally, as opposed to externally, sometimes the stuff that we get directly out of translation is a little more raw than it would be if we had outsourced it, just by the nature of how things kind of play out that way. So it ends up being a little bit more work for us once we get stuff out of translation on the editing side, compared to what we get from outsourcers. So we actually had to spend a lot of time kind of reworking the text on this one to get it up to snuff and match sort of the quality level of the Yakuza 0.
逃げ足の速いやつだ。
あ、財布がない。あの男スリだったのか。
Kiwami did help us kind of shape Kiryu's character a bit too. Like in Japanese, he's very avatarish, I think, where he's a lot of like ... And it's very meant to kind of put your own shoes in him. You, however that phrase works. But
English.
Yeah, it's not what I do.
It's not what we do.
Where's that guy? He's right here.
There he is. This actually took me forever to find. When the first time I played through it, I could not find this guy. He was too well hidden. I may have even had to look it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I had a hard time finding him.
そう何度も逃がさねえぜ。
まさかここまで俺を追い詰める奴がいるとは。まあ良いわ。
This is so Yakuza.
何笑ってんだ。
指輪を返して欲しければ。I am
the heir to a deadly lost art of assassination. Of course he is. Look at this style. Look at this guy's mad style.
I know, it's great.
He's got the moves. Sir, stop dodging my bike. All right. You don't want to play bikes. That's fine. Rush is actually, I feel like, a little bit more effective in this game than it was in Zero. I don't know why that is. This is probably just a personal opinion. Rush? Yeah. Ooh.
So someone points out that it's interesting that they have DVD in all the assets here, even though this is 1995, and that's a good point. But they couldn't make an entirely different Kamurocho for 1995 compared to 2005. So it's 2005 Kamurocho in just set in 1995. In 2005, DVDs would totally be normal. So.
For the 2 minutes you're in 1995, give us a little bit of a break.
Good point, though. I actually never keyed in on that. It's a good point. DVDs were actually, I think, developed in 1995.
Maybe Japan had them.
It's possible.
You never know with Japan.
But VHS was popular in Japan way past.
Oh, really?
One of the weird things that when I was living in Japan that I was just like, wow about was the fact that mini discs were like ubiquitous. Like literally ubiquitous. Like CDs were not really a thing. You know, like we moved from like cassette tapes to CDs, right? And then eventually, MP3 players kind of took over. But in Japan, mini discs like replace cassette tapes because mini discs are recordable, and you would just like basically take your little. Everyone had an MD player that they just would throw tapes in and record stuff with it, and then just would have like stacks of like mini discs in their car with like, oh, I rented a CD from the CD rental store and went home and copied it to mini discs, and I just have a mini disc player. That's how most people did music. I always thought that was just so wild.
The sirens are an interesting touch. I know we've had this talk before. Maybe we've had this talk before, that the sirens are actually an indicator that this town isn't necessarily as safe as you might think.
Right.
And in America, we're like, a siren's a natural part of life. Yeah. But in Japanese, it's like, you hear a siren, it's like, oh.
Yeah, the sirens are like, American, like, fire truck sirens and police sirens are just like too damn loud in my opinion. Like I live in a pretty safe area, but I hear sirens like everywhere. Like, guys, I don't need to hear your fire truck siren like a mile off. Like, if you're within like 300 feet, bring the volume down.
Says the guy wearing his little Yakuza pin. Not lying. It's the only time you really get to see Kiryu with that Yakuza pin on.
That's true. Little subtle touch there. I'm glad I got out of bed today, dude. I had a cold.
Yeah, he
gave me his cold.
I didn't give him his... What? Half the marketing team's sick, guys.
So, I'm going to say I got my cold from him, and then I was out yesterday. But this morning I woke up with purpose. It's Friday. It's the first stream of the year. I have to get in there.
I'm sitting here trapped in a room with Sam, mutating the germs.
Yeah, but as it usually is, if I got it from you, then you're now immune to it. So
True. If you got it.
I'm pretty sure I got it. We share a space. We share a space. So. This is great. This is a great one.
Exchange. Shinji. Too horny.
Oh. These guys living the Kamurocho life.
Don't care about you NPCs. Get out of my way. I love bowling over NPCs. Actually, it's kind of a passion project.
Just bowling them over.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like that's one of the first things that you kind of.
Is this one of the cabaret songs? It feels like one of the cabaret songs.
There's a lot of like these tunes that you start to hear all over the place. Yeah.
Zero that Zero Cabaret is literally just like a thing that exists in my brain because I spent so long.
Oh, you mean the one when you're actually running it, where you're the pop tune or whatever?
Yeah, all that cabaret stuff. If I hear a cabaret tune, I'm like, cabaret? What's happening?
Yeah.
Might be from 6 actually. So yeah, these things just keep getting like kind of rolled around.
Who
is this character? Like, he's got a pretty
like a made character, right? Yeah. I'm not sure.
I wonder if it's someone on the dev team.
You never know, right?
Kind of looks like what's his name?
Anyway, back to the Sir thing. In Y6, we said, screw it. I took your feedback into consideration, and they just throw out Aniki at you now. It's in there as an honorific.
In which game?
Y6. Just like, you know what? Aniki.
Oh, and you know why that is? But because we had this discussion, it's because Nagumo just says Aniki all the time. That's all he does. He just calls Kiryu. He doesn't say Kiryu no Aniki. He just says Aniki, Aniki, Aniki.
Yep.
And you just can't avoid it.
You can't. There's no writing around it. There was no like localization magic we could pull around it. It's just there. So there you have it. We fixed it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of because there's a lot of parallels between Nagumo and Rikia. Like the way they kind of both treat Kiryu and Rikia was the same way. He just called Kiryu like Aniki like all the time.
Shinji with the money.
He's such a bro.
If you know how Shinji ends up, that's a little bit of foreshadowing.
We have a question from chat about translating karaoke songs.
Why don't we?
Yeah, could we do that? So
Sam's actually a Miku guy.
So I'm the Miku guy. So I have opinions about this.
Yes.
So when it comes to karaoke, the point of karaoke is to be able to sing the song. And so, first of all, we put the romaji in there like that, so you guys can learn how to sing the song in Japanese, which is what it's supposed to be. But some people want to know what it means.
And that's fair. The songs are actually like sometimes they're very pertinent.
Yeah. And there has been some discussion about maybe like, putting, like for example, putting the lyrics for some of the songs up on the experience side, like that would be kind of a cool idea. But but we don't really pick one to put in the game, whether it's translated or remind you. I guess we could like redo the UI so it looks nice and everything's presented well.
But the way that it like flows across the words would be completely different.
It has to match these like Japanese rhythm beats, so you hear the sound and you see the sound and it makes sense.
We'd have to translate those very carefully.
Yeah, so for the purpose of prioritizing the game element, the fact that you're having to play it and listening for sounds and matching the sound you're hearing with the thing on screen, we leave it in Romaji. So, like I said, there's been some talk about maybe getting lyrics. The songs aren't long. They're not complicated. But you could, we just haven't really figured out a way to do it outside the game because it doesn't really belong in the game.
Yeah, how would you guys want us to deliver that? Where would you want to see that? In a trailer? Some kind of like special karaoke thing? Where would it live?
Where would we put that?
Yumi.
They're saying they all want it like drawn as like subtitles at the top of the screen. Like you need the subtitles so this displayed. It's a different subsystem, so I don't know if we can create time text for that.
That's a lot of text.
It's a lot of text. I think personally, if I had my brothers, we would just basically create a thing on the experience site that literally has translations for every single song that's ever existed in the Yakuza series.
Oh, that'd be amazing, actually.
And that's probably like a week of translation work to just get it all like done, and then maybe a couple days to build it out on the site. We'll think about it.
Yeah,
we'll think about it. Yeah. Favorite karaoke song? Tell us in chat. Which game and which song?
I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a lot of Judgment fans out here and a lot of 24-Hour Cinderella fans out here.
Okay. But those are Yakuza 0.
Those are Yakuza 0. I understand that.
Okay. Let us know. You tell us. Tell us what your favorite songs are.
Oh, back in the flashback. You gotta, this intros, you gotta keep up with it.
We got Kamurocho Lullaby from 3 and 4.
Okay.
We got Bakumitai. We got Get to the Top Majima Edition.
Get to the Top Majima Edition. Yes. I think that's the song that like really made put Yakuza karaoke on the map.
Right.
No Rouge of Love.
Get to the top. Yeah, lots of Get to the Top fans. Bakumitai's, Judgments. Some of the, and I know you guys, I'm just fanning the fire. But some of the karaoke tunes in Ishin are pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You can look those up on YouTube.
You can, Ichi Sakura is in this one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ichi Sakura 2000. The Eurobeat version.
But the thing about the Ishin ones that are really interesting is like the funny thing is that it's presented in this like. If it was Meiji era, if karaoke was a Meiji era thing, this is what it would look like, and it's like legit because this dude's on stage like dancing around singing.
Don't tell people this stuff.
It's pretty interesting. Look it up on YouTube. I know I'm just making it worse for we can make
it worse for me.
Making our lives worse.
Ayumi.
Personally, I'm a Bakamitai person. Myself. I have to guess.
So what you have to understand is that Kiryu literally just slept on the bar until 4 p.m. the following day. I think that a lot of people get a little lost in this part. And she says morning, which doesn't help.
錦はどうした？
錦山くんならもうとっくに出かけたわよ。桐生には負けてられないからなんて言って張り切ってた？
そうか。今何時だ？
Good question, Kiryu. What time is it?
もう4時ね。
Okay, okay.
そろそろ風間さんのところに行かないとダメなんじゃない？
Maybe once we get out of this section.
Yeah.
そうだな。そろそろ行くよ。お前はどうすんだ？
うん。少し開店の準備したらお店閉めて外でお茶でも飲んでくるわ。
そういえばユミは
一回家に帰ったわ。もう少ししたら買い出し済ませて私と交代でお。
Alright, Raina, we get it. That's cool.
Someone's asking me specifically if Ishin tests my boundaries of my Japanese personal Japanese ability. I would say that no, it's no more complicated than a normal Yakuza game, but that's just because I understand the context that the game is playing out in, because I minored in Japanese and I've studied Japanese history from start to finish at least twice. And that gives me a lot of context. And there's a lot of sub-stories that make sense because of that as well. But there's also some stuff that gets dropped in there from time to time that I'm just like, I think that was supposed to be something that I just sort of didn't, kind of flew over my head, but whatever. But I would say that I can play that game and enjoy it without feeling lost. I think mainly because it was kind of designed that way. Like if you have a baseline understanding of what's going on in Japan at the time. This scene is in one of the comics, right?
Yeah.
Don't we do this?
This whole part is like critical to understanding Kiryu, which is of course why I made the comics.
Yep.
また無茶したんじゃないだろうな。
いえ。
カズマ、お前が無茶すりゃ下の連中は歯止めが効かなくなる。もともと暴れたいってやつらの集まりなんだからな。
Post someone made was like, look at this snack. Called him Kazuma snack.
親父だって昔は東条家一の殺し屋っつって。
柏木。
すみません。
すまんが外してくれ。
What?
Shintaro tasty snack Kazuma.
Yeah, that's right. Look at this tasty snack. That's what the post was.
しかし文字通りの子供だったお前に
tasty snack.
組を任せ
This guy right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
People in this
The Silver Fox.
The Silver
今の俺はありません。感謝しています。
おい、そう固くなるな。
はい。
ひまわりには顔出してるのか？
いえ、最近は錦も弓も行ってないみたいです。
たまには言ってやれ。あそこの孤児院はお前たちのふるさとみたいなもんだ。
ええ。
おう。
失礼します。桐生さんにお電話が新次さんからです。
Permission to take the call.
Yep.
Look at that phone.
俺だ。
I know, right? And that's not like a cell phone. That's just like an
old cordless.
Like a cordless phone.
ユミか。なんで組長に？
詳しくはわかりません。でも錦のおじけもそれ聞いて組長のところに。
錦が。
How would Kiryu's life be different if he'd sat here and like listened to Kazuma? Like, nah, you're right. I'll chill out here. Wow. We wouldn't have 6 games, guys.
おい、どうした？
堂島組長が。
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine that. Alternate timeline. Nishiki would have gone to jail.
Yep.
Nishiki would have gone to jail. He would have got out in 2005. He would have been utterly forgotten because no one cares about Nishiki right now.
Maybe he still would have turned evil, and things still would have kind of played out the way.
He wouldn't have had the
You're right, the means to grab power, right?
Yeah, he would have been completely sidelined. He would have had a place. Kazuma would have told Kiryu to like make a place for him
in the Kiryu family.
And Kiryu would have done that, and he would have come back, and his sister would have died. He would have had to sit on that for like 10 years because that would have happened in the background.
Kiryu would have
probably would have come back a broken man.
Yeah,
a broken man, and then Kiryu would have been in the Yakuza the whole entire time. Yeah, that's true. Techno Syndrome's like the fork guy would have murdered him.
Yeah, the fork guy.
He would have got killed by the fork guy. Probably,
good point.
Probably right.
NPCs, guys. NPCs are in this game. There's so much NPC text. Just talking about weather and stuff.
Because the original game had a lot of NPC in it.
Yeah, and I mean, we did our best.
All right,
to make these NPCs a little bit interesting.
We're gonna save.
Oh,
it's that time.
It's about that time, isn't it? Because we're gonna get rolled right into the jail and everything, huh?
Yeah. Probably should save this.
Try to keep it in your pants today. Look at this. Look at these fun NPCs. It's a gangbanger. You guys should talk to NPCs, okay? Please. That's my final Kiwami request.
All right. So next week we'll come back to this. We'll roll right into the jail stuff.
Yep.
We'll do that one, and we're gonna do something else for a second. We're gonna switch gears.
We have a mini games trailer we threw out earlier this week, and I queued it up.
Oh, we queue it up?
I think this is gonna work if you just.
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna go offline for a second and run the mini games trailer while we switch gears.
Yes, let's do that. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Wait, if it's showing here, will I be able to switch gears?
I'm gonna make that happen. Okay,
awesome.
So we're gonna go offline. So we'll be back in like a minute, essentially.
Yes.
All right.
と違うオーラがあるからね。
Hey! Look at the magic!
I love it when a plan comes together. All right.
We know what we're doing here.
Okay.
We teased it.
All right. Is
this
ready? Is this synced?
No. Yes, it's synced. I think all you got to do is press the button.
Okay. Uh-oh.
You guessed. It's fine.
Okay, we'll do.
Don't sign in. There we go. There we go. Some two-player versus mini-games, guys. Me and Sam are going to have a little bit of fun here on Puyo Puyo, Virtua Fighter 5, Final Showdown. I'm a terrible player at Puyo Puyo. Sam's pretty good.
I'm not that good. He just thinks he's bad because he gets rocked when we play Puyo Puyo Tetris, and we have some ringers in the office.
Oh, God.
I'm not really all that great either. And I'm at a slight disadvantage because unlike Puyo Puyo Tetris, which if you don't have, you should get. It's on PlayStation 4 and Switch. You can get a copy of it. It's an amazing game. But that game has like the ability to switch sort of the way the Puyos look, the color scheme. And because the default color scheme for Puyo Puyo is a little colorblind unfriendly, and I am colorblind, which I love to advertise. So we'll see what we can do. I think we're going to be kind of well balanced because I'll have to play slower than I would normally want to play because I have to be like, that. Okay, is that the right color? Okay, you know, like.
Before we jump into it, yes, that minigames trailer did not feature live chat. We did not cut live chat. I got so many people like, did you cut the fucking live chat, Scott?
Oh yeah, we just can't really include video of live chat.
Like that's just not something that goes in there. But it's there. It's in the game. It is in the 100% in the game. That's your.
Yes,
that's
we
your
spent
jam,
a lot of time.
It is in there.
Yeah, we had the guy who was working on get the English version of that. Basically, had that on his screen for like 6 or 7 working days, and every time we looked over, we're just like,
doing
everything okay over there, man? He's like, I'm so tired of this. It's exhausting.
There's something you never thought you'd hear. Anyway, what do you guys want to see first? What's the chat feeling? Puyo Puyo?
You guys
Virtua
want
Fighter?
Puyo Puyo, Virtua Fighter? Yeah, let us know before we subject you to approximately 30 minutes of each. What you guys got? Give me some votes. Show us.
I see one VF5. VF5. Okay. I think VF5 is winning.
VF5 is winning.
No internet chat. Deekman, get out of here.
We're not doing live chat. VF5. VF. Yeah, I think VF is winning.
I think VF is winning.
So we're gonna do that.
Let's go. I am player 1.
I'm red. So I'm player 2.
Look at that color.
So we're gonna be swapped. So I am on the left on screen left. I'm player screen right. Woo, okay.
I don't know how to play this game, Sam. You're gonna have to kind of.
We got a little bit of screen lag going on, so.
Okay. That's not good.
Let's see what's going on here. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. Who is your character?
I don't have a character.
I'm not gonna play with my character. I'll save my character for a little bit later. Oh.
Who's the drunk? Where's the drunk?
The drunk is Shun.
Shun. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. God. I guess I'll cheese. I'll cheese with pie.
This is Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. I don't really know much about Virtua Fighter. I didn't have to deal with much of this in localization. Yes, I am playing a drunk. This is awesome.
So Shun's whole thing is that for people, I'm sure all the crowd knows this, but basically he drinks and as he's got his little drunk things here, and there's certain moves he takes swigs as he plays.
Awesome.
So that's a kick. Okay. So he took a swig, and as you swig, you get powered up.
Oh my god! What is block? How am I blocking?
I think on this game it's gonna be square is block.
Square is block. Okay, got it. Oh god. Yes. So sorry to everyone out there who's feeling the like I can't believe you guys are such freaking noobs at. Oh my god, I'm 7 power drunk.
Yeah.
Oh man, still got rocked. Hold up. Okay, square is blocked. Got it. Oh snap! Look at this kicks. Is there ground? I'm short on this.
Yeah.
I've never really played this game, guys. Sorry. So you're gonna hear me being like, what? Not a lot. I'm still 7 drunk.
I'm gonna turn down the game volume a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Drink more. Drink more, Shun.
And I'm more of a stick player, so like none of my buttons.
Stick players are professional fighting game players. I am none of these things.
So I'm trying to remember all my VF5 stuff. So there's like all these like things you can do like these dodge advances where you like sidestep in and hit.
Is this like a 3D thing?
Yeah, it's totally a 3D game.
Oh, neat. Okay.
It's totally a 3D game. So like you can.
But what did I just throw? Do it again.
Around. It's totally a 3D game. It's not a 2D game.
Like from a Street Fighter thing, like would I be able to pull off like if I know like a Hado motion? If I know like a Hado like motion type stuff, is all that stuff kind of in this, or is it?
It's
like
not a Hado.
Like,
it's not. There are some characters I think have moves like that, but it's more of like back punch or back down.
Okay,
Like it's like individual inputs essentially.
But there are combos, like you can still like string together.
It's all but the combos are like built in. It's not like it's not like you're stringing individual moves because there's only 2 buttons. It's punch and kick. So it's basically like your stance, what move you performed immediately before, the move and what you're pressing after kind of it blends from one move into the other.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
it's in that case, it's a little bit more like Soul Calibur.
Okay. Woo! 6 drunk. I love the drunk scale. I'm only 5 drunk now. Come on, dude. Get your drink on. Let's go. Oh. So who are you playing?
This is Pi. So Pi is kind of she's kind of fast, and she's got some combos that since we didn't practice, I'm having to like kind of make stuff up as I go along.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So we're just gonna explore it.
Who's good? Who's interesting?
So let's see. What kind of characters do you like?
Ninjas look cool. I like.
Yeah. So Kage's been around forever and ever and ever.
I remember him from VF2 and
he's got that same crazy move where he's like jumps up and lands on his head on you or whatever.
Oh,
but
nice,
you
nice.
can do all that kind of stuff.
How do you switch? Oh, I didn't get to put the costume. Do you get to pick stages too, or is it just random?
I think it's all this is random.
Okay.
If you guys want to play a full version of VF5, you got to go pick it up on the Xbox.
Oh damn!
360.
Oh damn! I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Ninja versus sumo.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing it good. Whatever it is, it's powerful. Is there power like thing like if
Oh, this is probably what I need to know. Actually,
these are my controls.
These are your controls. Yeah.
Interesting.
So grabs are done usually performed by pressing like block and a button at the same time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Or block and punch at the same time. Sorry.
My ninja skills beat your sumo skills.
My chat disappeared, so now I'm sure everyone's being like, "You guys don't know how to play."
You're right. You're right. I don't know how to play Virtua Fighter. I'm not coming to this being like I am a Virtua Fighter god. I localize Yakuza for a living. But this is something you can do in Yakuza 6. Literally play Virtua Fighter 5.
And maybe by virtue of becoming a Yakuza fan, you can also maybe become a Virtua Fighter fan. You never know.
I want to do the. Oh damn! All right. Oh damn! Look at that. That was awesome.
There are some short move lists in VF5, but there's a great website called Virtua Fighter VC. We called it VFDC VirtuaFighter.com. The guy over there is like a forever ever Virtua Fighter fan. He's a really good guy. I've worked out with him in the past. And so I definitely recommend going there to look at the move list. Oh, you did it, man. There you go.
I did it. I won. I don't care.
That's the move right there, man. Yeah, because I actually worked on some of the localization stuff on the original digital release of VF5 Showdown, Final Showdown. So I'm actually in the credits.
So wait, Final Showdown. Explain this. Virtua Fighter 5 is what? Did that come out?
Yeah, so Virtua Fighter 5 came out in like 2006 or something, and it was originally, I want to say, released on the PS3. One of them came first. I think it was the PS3 first and the Xbox 360 version second. And I think maybe one of them was offline only, and then then the second one was online enabled, and that was like version 1 or something like that. And then later we did the Final Showdown is essentially like a version C rev of it, I think. And
more characters or
there's more characters. There's other stages. They changed up some of the mechanics.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they changed up some of the mechanics. Changed some move lists. And since this game is like really technical, like they changed some of the frame counts and active time and recovery time on certain things, and made it so certain moves interacted with each other in other kind of different ways.
So it's like a pre-patches, like fix. Interesting.
Yep.
Wow, I'm learning so much, guys. Look at this pretty boy. Lion.
Yeah. I want to say, Techno Syndrome's agreeing with me. I'm pretty sure the original PS3 release was offline, and then I want to say, if I had to guess, Japan was like, we don't need online because no one's going to play this game online. And then maybe SegaAmerica, Sega Europe were like, guys, we need to have online. This is like a non-starter essentially, right? And so when they went to release
oh my god,
360 version, they were like, you know, okay, well, we're going to make it online enabled. And that came out later.
Rocked. Lay.
But this game is deep. Like, the you know, all fighting games have, like, different tiers of player, and, like, depending on how good you are, you know, you move on. And some of the people I've seen who are really good at this game, like, they approach the game in this, like, way that I just don't understand. And they're amazing players.
Is there ring outs? Can I knock you off?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah. That's like an entire strategy in and of itself.
That's like my new goal.
I actually tried to get Leon. I tried to make Leon my secondary.
Wait, this guy's name is Leon?
Leon.
It's not Lion?
It's not Lion, it's Leon. He's French.
Oh.
He's French.
Classic.
I tried to learn this guy. I kind of like it the way he fights his little praying mantis thing. I kind of like it. It's kind of hokey and dorky, but
he's too pretty.
He's French. Yeah, so like, and there's all these different states in this game. So like, when you bounce guys off walls, you know, it changes like what you can do. Like certain moves will then connect when they didn't connect before.
Damn.
There's like literally like 9 different ways of falling in this game.
Oh my god.
Like there's bounding, there's crumpled, there's like stun crumple, there's being stunned, there's like fall back, there's like falling on your face, and they all have like different properties and stuff that's associated with them.
Wow, that's good. Wow.
Yeah. Lao Kao Long.
Lao Kao Long.
Lao Kao Long.
Sam always forgets that guy's name. He's like, Scott, what's that guy's name? I'm like, Lao Kao Long.
Lao Kao
Long. So this game is, you can't play it online. You can play a 2-player versus mode like we're doing now, but you can use the PS4's screen share function to share it with one of your friends online, and they can play it with you.
Yeah. Technically.
I think that session can last up to half an hour, I want to say. So if you really want to go with someone that you're friends with, you can definitely make that happen via PS4. Oh, this stage is pretty. No. Wow, what was that? She just kind of like looked at me weird.
Yeah, no, it's so Ali's she uses Aikido to fight. So like her grab is this like very standard like Aikido kind of like push to the ground thing.
Oh, okay.
If you've ever studied Aikido?
No, not really.
Which I have. So it makes I tried to learn her, but she's a little. It's very interesting. She has a lot of what they call like it's not a counter. What's the word for it? But like these moves that are like basically. There's a very specific, I think, term in it in Virtua Fighter where you basically wait for the move, and then
baits, like a bait.
Yeah, like a bait, and then the character accepts it and then basically hits you.
Oh, interesting. There's probably a fighting game term for that, huh?
Yeah, there's something. I gotta
come back.
Can I actually look at? Can I look at move lists in here, or is it? It's in the.
What happens if you hit options? Oh, that's what we're doing now.
That's what we're doing now. Okay, I think it's in the startup screen or whatever when you go into the arcade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Round 3. Ready, go! There we go. That's it.
Ah.
Yeah,
no,
see,
stop.
Yeah, see, that's right. That's like.
Okay. My beginner's luck's wearing off. Oh, that was nice.
Knockout. Boink.
Sam started focusing, I think. Maybe that's what happened.
I'm starting to remember what the different buttons do. So, someone's asking what fighting games do we usually play. I'm
a really casual fighting game person. Like,
yeah.
I can't compete with like the people who are like counting frames, and I just get to the point where I'm like, guess I've reached my peak on this game.
Yeah, I was really the only fighting game that I ever like really attempted to learn how to like really play and got half decent at was Street Fighter 4, and for this game, and I being a Sega employee for the longest time, I had to learn how to play this game. All right, like very low level, and then of course I worked on Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, so I had to learn how to play that game. So those are like my main experience things. So Eileen is my main in this game.
Oh God. Who counters Eileen, guys? Tell me.
But I don't. I learned all my muscle memories on stick. So
Brad.
I don't.
You know who counters Eileen? Brad.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I don't remember. I remember what all her moveset looks like, but I don't remember how to do it. So I know what she looks like when she's working.
Brad Burns is gonna shut that down.
I don't know if I can actually do it.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's go time.
It's go time, baby.
Oh God, it's amazing. Oh, this is such a Sam character. If you know Sam, this is exactly who Sam picks.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, are those high or low? Woo! Yeah.
I guess.
Brad.
Eileen, please.
Brad. Brad with the power moves.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah, Brad.
I'm trying to remember. I'm currently.
See, you're getting too caught up in the minutia. You just gotta punch, man. This is why I suck at fighting games. I'm like, you just gotta do moves. You're gonna win.
Not always. Not always.
I enjoyed Soul Calibur back in the day. Dreamcast Soul Calibur was my jam. Soul Calibur 2, 3, I played all the way through 3. 4 and 5 I didn't get so into, but like, man, Soul Calibur was a good game. Jacob's nodding an improvement of my Soul Caliburness. Helic? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The controller's on the desk now. I know that's when Sam's serious, because that's how he plays Miku. Oh, no, no! Alright, 2-2. This is it. All the cookies. Come on, Brad. Take out Sam's main.
Oh, that's
no.
right. That felt something
felt right.
Yeah, something felt right there. Something
no,
felt,
don't.
Right.
I don't want to hear that. Brad. Brad, come on. Come on, do more than just punch. You gotta do the combo. Yeah, Brad. Brad.
That thing is a mid. So this game has 3 levels of hitting. It has like it has a high, a mid, and a low. And the mid is basically like an overhead.
Oh, so
but it doesn't. But they don't call it an overhead because it's not an overhead.
Can you block high?
So for those you need to block high, and if you're crouching, they'll hit you.
I haven't played any girls yet. Let's play Vanessa. This guy's like the face of Virtua Fighter, right?
Akira. Yeah, Akira. He's the face of Virtua Fighter. And he makes his guest appearance in. Him and Pi are in Fighting Climax.
Oh, Dengeki Buga?
Yeah, Dengeki Buga Fighting Climax.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
There's some people who really like Vanessa. She's a fan favorite.
Oh, that's interesting that she speaks English and he doesn't. I didn't realize that.
No. So that's how it always is. Like these games come pre-localized essentially.
Right.
Well played.
She kicks ass.
Nothing feels right with Akira because I don't know what. I've never really played him, so I don't know what. Like, oh, that feels right, or like, oh, that's a thing. Oh, that's right, that's a thing. Like, I don't get any of that.
DQ brought up the terms. Fighting games. Virtua Fighter fans who have questions.
Well, I don't think we have answers. You guys have to ask the crowd, guys.
Yeah. The crowd's gonna have to ask you. Localization questions about Virtua Fighter.
Oh.
Sam, you in on that?
No, really not.
No! The first ring out and it was me. That was my goal in life, Sam. I just wanted to ring you out.
Yeah, well, I beat you to it. Gotta be hungry for it. Oh, that was a counter. That was you just counter.
Oh,
yeah, that was a counter. So that's it.
Oh, that was just like a reversal.
Yeah, it's a reversal. It's like a...
Wait, so what is X doing for us here?
X is your punch.
Oh, I've been using triangle, square, triangle, circle.
Oh, you know, I guess I'm using it. Yeah, so basically triangle and X are the same button.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I think. Let me see. Triangle, X is punch, triangle is punch, yeah.
Okay.
So you have to read out, guys, if there's stuff in the chat that you need answered.
Sam's a little occupied.
You gotta, I can't read it and play and fight the guys at the same time.
Is Virtual Fighter 5 and Yakuza 6 the English or the Japanese?
English or Japanese version? My question is, are they different?
We do.
No, that's what I'm asking this person. Are they different? Because
did any localization work have to go into Virtual Fighter 5? Or were all the names and menus already?
Basically, they were all the stuff that was in game to start with was already English.
Yes, you didn't have to touch this, except outside of the tutorials that exist outside of this.
Yes, exactly.
And then finally, for mod fighting, the amiibo people, I'm sure you can play with an arcade stick.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it's just a matter of hooking it up and then assigning buttons. So yeah, you could play.
If you can play a PS4 with it, then yeah, it'll work.
Yep.
Wow, it was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. I love these quotes.
Oh, the localization of this game's always been a little wacky. There's this famous like background that's got some English going across it. That's like nonsensical, and I can't remember if we replaced it in the English version or not for original release. We may have just. Yeah, all this stuff is recorded in Japan, as far as I'm aware. AM2 handles all the by himself.
Okay, but why am I El Blaze and not El Fuego?
Did I do that?
Someone did. That's pretty ass. What in the stop it?
Let me see.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got a neutral stance of like I just
auto counter shit.
I auto counter stuff.
That is bullshit.
So you gotta just not punch me, and you can win. You can do that.
Yeah. Oh my god, auto counter. Low 2? Oh my god. You gotta just not punch me to win.
No, you gotta not hit me in the chest. Just don't. If I'm neutral, don't punch me. At least in the chest. So I literally do nothing.
Come on, Blaze. This guy's a cheater. Oh god. We're not going for the chest anymore. I've learned my mistakes. Take out his knees. El Blaze.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I actually never played this guy. I think this guy's kind of my style, actually. I think I could get behind this.
Yeah, I'd play him. He's got an auto counter.
Is that really what you're doing? Okay. I've been found out.
Yeah. Adapt.
That's right.
Fighting game way, right?
Yeah, adapt. Adapt.
Oh! That would have been cool, whatever that was. Oh no! When the stick shake action happening, is that a
So it's a type of stun that you can shorten through input. Yeah. So the length of it changes based on like how fast you start reacting, and when you're in that state, there's certain moves that when I hit you with, like I can hit, and usually after that it would drop. But if I hit you when you're in that shaking state, I can actually connect to a different set of moves or pop you slightly higher, so you have a couple more frames of like floating and like that kind of stuff.
All right, you want to do one more and then switch to Kuyo?
Okay. Who have we not checked? Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. That guy looks like monsters. Versus Wolf. Wolf Hawkfield. This is Jeffrey McWild.
Someone's asking about my shirt. It's at Atlas and Sega. Atlas Cross Sega.
It's happening, guys. We exist together now.
And just so there's no confusion here, I am an Atlas employee.
As am I.
I am an Atlas employee. My paycheck comes from Atlas.
Well, these guys are big.
Oh, God. I'm getting too old for this shit, Scott.
Ooh. Oh.
A big part of this game is like knowing the answers to like specific states. So like knowing what your character's like jump in mid is, knowing what their jump in kind of low is, knowing how they drop guys onto the ground, knowing what their launcher is. Like that's like critical to any character. So like without actually starting with that base knowledge, we were really just like flailing.
We are just flailing. We're just button mashing, guys. I'm sorry if you expected us to be like Super Virtua Fighter Pro. Excitement and invigoration.
Oh, that's it. This is the thing.
Are offered.
Yeah, this one is offered to all men. Yeah, this is one I can't remember if we left it or in the English version or not. So that actually might have changed in the actual English version.
Knockout. Round 3.
I don't know if chat's been keeping track, but who won? That
everyone wins.
I kind of want to know.
Nope. And grabs can actually be worked into mid combo if in certain situations, certain characters.
Oh, really?
It could be like bump bump grab kind of stuff. So like every character in this game is like a different thing, like really different.
What? Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Who's next, guys?
How did I do that?
Oh my god.
I baited you for that. I baited you to stand to sit down so I could punch you in the face.
How dare you?
Round 5. Ready, go!
Jacob's saying we have to switch to Puyo. We were going to switch to Puyo. You guys that over Virtua Fighter? I guess maybe it's just watching a fighting game that long. I don't know.
A bunch of people don't know how to play that.
Yeah. Be like, nah, how do you do? I don't know. Trying to figure it out live on stream. There we go. That's all the marbles. I win.
I'll give it to you. So, while Scott's switching, I'm going to take a moment to plug the experience site. Go check it out. Comics, timeline, everything you need to get ready for the Yakuza 6 release, which is coming out
in the 2 months and a day.
2 months and a day.
Let's
take the moment to
do
plug
the
it, to do the pig.
There we go.
Yeah. So this is it, guys. You get on, you order it, pre-order it. This is what you get. You get an amazing game, and if that wasn't enough in and of itself, you're going to get this amazing. How many page?
24.
24, with a whole bunch of art that we've been showing on off of social recently.
Every Wednesday they reveal new art.
Yeah, so if you're not subscribed or following us on Twitter or Facebook, do that. You can kind of get a preview of what kind of stuff you can expect in the art book. We'll be having an art show closer to the launch date.
March 17th is opening day. I was out at the gallery actually yesterday, and we were planning out the space, looking at stuff, coming up with some cool stuff. March 17th is going to be like the big opening reception, and we'll all be there. Sam and myself will be there. Hopefully, get some other people there, some special guests.
No promises.
No promises.
But we're working on it.
By that, I don't mean Dirk. He might be there too.
Maybe we bring Dirk as well. You guys can all shake Dirk's hand. Yeah, we're gonna try to get that. We are getting that together. But in the meantime,
Sorry if you're not in California, but you should definitely fly out if you're not.
Yeah, put it on your if you have like springtime travel plans and you're looking for somewhere to
go. The gallery runs through the April 1st, even though we're only going to be there the first night for the gallery, but
yeah, so
you can come check it out still.
But yeah, in the meantime, satisfy your curiosity about the series for the Yakuza Experience site. Go over there, check it out. So this has the Japanese voices in it.
It does.
Why? Why? Because it's in Japan.
It's Japan. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I was like, what do you mean? Are you asking me why we didn't switch it, Sam?
Yeah, it's because you're playing Puyo Puyo in Japan. So
that's right. I love Kanodara. I love his English too. If you guys haven't gotten to him in Puyo Puyo Tetris, some of the greatest lines in the history of lines ever written for a video game. Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's great. All right. We do have a little bit of screen lag going on, so this is going to be rough.
Oh.
That's one of the reasons it was really hard to do Virtua Fighter. So we do have a little bit of screen lag going on. We'll do what we can. Okay. I am screen left, in case anyone was wondering.
You are?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is kind of rough.
It is rough.
This much lag.
Yes. Oh. But maybe that's advantageous to me because
I suck at Puyo. You have to know with Puyo. You have to kind of like it's not like Tetris where you can just like stack. You have to kind of like work the stack. Where like that's gonna just see that was worthless. I should have made that so that they fell onto the green. Oh god, this is actually getting very difficult. But you also see, I have a problem thinking this far ahead. Like it's almost like there's like this chess aspect to this game. Sam's gone into full like quiet mode, which is scaring me. See if that had been red down there. Oh my! I can see how this is gonna go. Okay.
Whoops.
Watch Sam scream if you want to see a pro player.
I'm not pro. I'm just thinking it through. But like he's saying, but Scott's right. Like it's not really about like quickly matching stuff. It's about setting up things and going like, okay, that's ready. Okay, on to the next thing. Okay, next. That's ready. Okay, on to the next thing. So now I'm looking for purples, and I gotta do something with all these not purples. Oh shit! So I wait to fuck myself. Okay.
Oops. Ah. See, I'm sitting over little one spots to Sam, and it's just that's not enough.
So is this version of Puyo Puyo based on an actual version that exists, or do they use Puyo Puyo Tetris as a base?
This is Puyo Puyo Tetris based.
See, finally a 2-chain. That's of course. That's
This is based on
Puyo Puyo Tetris, basically, without the Tetris.
Without the Tetris, yes. Puyo Puyo Tetris on Switch and PS4 out now.
You absolutely get those.
Get that. Get on it. Get on it now.
You're more of a Tetris person, like I am. See, now I'm just in panic mode.
Yeah, there's this thing in Tetris where like you it's like, what's the plan? Like you forget what you were doing, and then that's when you know you're like effed because you're like, oh, now I have no. Once you have no plan in Puyo Tetris, you're done. Like, there's always got to be a plan on how to get stuff done. So now, as right now, I have like no plan.
My plan is not die.
That's not a good.
It's not a good plan, is it? Oh, but look at that!
I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan. Currently, there's for people who are interested in Puyo Puyo or Puyo Puyo Tetris. Since we released the game last year, I definitely recommend people checking out some of the fan groups related to the game.
This comes like people like actually play this as like competitively, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of competitive people out there. It's showing up at a lot of anime conventions and other places where people get together and play kind of competitive gaming. I definitely recommend people checking it out. Like sign up for a tournament or at least go to one and watch like good people play this game because you'll be really. high level Puyo Puyo is like extremely interesting.
Oh my god, it's 14.
Yeah, you just 14.
I've never done that in my life.
Yeah, that's a problem. This is not.
Live on stream, I got my first 4-chain.
I got rocked. I got rocked. So yeah, competitive Puyo Puyo and even Puyo Puyo Tetris is like, if you've never watched it before, go watch it, man. It is fascinating.
Intense to watch the competitive players.
Fascinating. I know it looks like a silly puzzle game, but you want to watch like battle of the wits and people like handling stuff under pressure and just like back and forth kind of craziness. Watch yourself some Puyo Puyo Tetris, man. It is insane.
It's another level. It really is. I didn't believe it first either. I was like, Puyo Tetris, whatever. And then Sam showed me this. Oh my god.
No, it is something else, guys. Get on that. Like you can't be like, man, this game ain't for me until you watch some people play that crap, and then you can really go like, oh, you know, this is not what I thought it was, or maybe it's exactly what you thought it was going to be, and you determined that it was like not for you, but still, man, you really need to like get out there and like check it out, because it is something out of this world. Okay, I'm gonna.
And we've been like supporting Puyo Tetris for a while, right? Like we've actually patched it and like balanced ever since.
Yeah, there was a balance patch. Yep, definitely. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Ho ho. Kiryu makes that noise. I don't know if we'll subject you guys to full half an hour of Puyo, but
yeah, I mean, especially when there's like much better players out there who could demonstrate how amazing this game is. But
is there any other mini games you guys were dying to see?
I did see some people make the specific request for some karaoke.
I think we could roll into the main game and do some karaoke. That'd be awesome. Batting cages. Okay, batting cages are completely revamped for 6, which is interesting.
What's the plan?
The plan is not die. Oh no, that was stupid. Okay. Oh no. Oh god. Yes, do that.
Oh, here we go.
My dude's angry. Yes. Yes. Go. Chain. Yeah, you like that?
You could have one punch me there, but I did happen to have some stuff lined up for that.
Yeah. I came into this fully expecting to lose, guys. I did not expect to actually be able to go toe-to-toe with Sam.
I was expecting to crush him as well, so I'm a little disappointed. So, and going back to kind of Puyo Puyo, just to kind of keep wrapping on that, I would say that, you know, keep your eyes on the Puyo Puyo space. We're definitely, you know, Puyo Puyo Tetris, we're still kind of working on stuff for that game. I wouldn't say that, you know, we're done with it by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, there's lots of exciting things to talk about with Puyo Puyo. So keep your eye on that space and stay tuned.
Did they just have a 20th anniversary? Puyo?
20th anniversary was, I think it's 25th anniversary. 20th anniversary was a little while back, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ho ho.
What's the plan?
I think it's because Sam's sick. I'm taking advantage of this guy.
This is also the first time I've played this in like months.
I don't care.
I'm making excuses. It's just excuses. Oh, God.
No! Uh-oh.
No, yeah.
Uh-oh. Alright, this one's it.
For all the marbles.
All the marbles. Then we'll go into the actual main game, guys. Totally teased you by pulling on. We're like, we're gonna go into Yakuza 6. But not really. We want to talk about the baseball management stuff. The sim. Okay. It's easier to show that than talk about it. I don't know if we have a save that's there. But anyway, okay, yeah. So the baseball management stuff. In Yakuza 6, you can start your own baseball team. It's you run into it via the main story, and whether or not you continue it's totally up to you. But you will have the opportunity to essentially kind of recruit players and off the street from all the other mini games that feed into that. There's a whole storyline involved, kind of like the cabaret game, where you roll through certain teams. And you can train your dudes to be better by winning games and by winning games, basically. You get these training tickets, and that's how you improve their stats. And then when you actually play the game's kind of automatically kind of played out, but you just kind of see baseball happening. Just like you can fast forward it even, just like I don't want to get through the sim, but then at certain key moments in the game, you're going to end up playing as one of the players, and you jump into that part, and you usually are swinging, there's no pitching, and your goal is, of course, to boost the morale by getting a hit. Your team has a morale meter the whole time. And but again, much easier to show that than.
Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to Onomichi then, huh?
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Is that what we're doing, or are we doing it karaoke?
Oh,
because do we have?
There's a couple requests, aren't there?
Well, what do you want to do? What do we do?
I mean, my vote's based.
We've got 13 minutes left. I don't know if we have enough time to hit the. We could just run around Kamurocho and pick up a couple minutes.
Yeah. I'd be worried that I don't think we have a save file that's going to be like through enough of the mini game to like actually get to it. Otherwise, you're going to see just basically a bunch of the sub story. Let's see. I think we started a save file with Vampy that we should be able to just pick up. Oh, is Vampy still here? Premium Adventure. Yeah, let's do this. These little loading screens.
So these loading screens, I want you guys to take a mental picture of this. We built this out for you guys.
This is literally only in the
English version, and we have all these like little tooltips that help explain various vocabulary, specific certain types of background for Yakuza terms, stuff that we felt may be either obvious to Japanese players, that may be not obvious to our Western fans. We threw a whole bunch of stuff in there, just like a whole, champlu of like factoids and interesting tidbits, and spent a lot of time thinking about what goes in there, in hopes that you guys could appreciate that. So, lots of stuff. There's like maybe a combined like 100 or so there. Like how many are there? 40 to 60 or
60?
Like?
I think I want to say 60. You probably won't even see them all if you're.
Yeah, if you're playing through the game, you probably wouldn't see them all in the first run, because they only really show up when you're moving in areas that have particularly long loading times. So you don't actually get to see a lot of them. So hopefully they'll stay fresh for
over the thing. Trying to avoid sub stories, because I know that in Premium Adventure they're all just open and waiting for you to get tripped up on them.
Someone's pointing out the fact that Oyaji it's confusing that Oyaji means boss in slang. So one of the things you have to understand about a lot of the Yakuza slang is that they refer to each other as family members. That's why you say things like Aniki and Oyaji and Ojiki. because the word ani means big brother in Japanese, and they put the ki on the end of it because that kind of changes the meaning a little bit. In the same way, like oji means like uncle, but ojiki means is how someone would refer to as sort of their uncle figure. Like that even makes any sense within a Yakuza organization.
Okay, screen lag is going to make this really hard.
Yeah. The screen lag is kind of rough right now.
Not an excuse, guys. Literally. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, this is a completely different minigame at this point. You can see where the ball is targeted, but it moves! And it'll go out of your strike zone, especially on the harder levels. There'll be sinkers and curveballs, like real actual live pitches. Woo! There, at least I got a hit.
So that goes back to our previous discussion about why it's a little weird to translate those terms like oyaji and aniki and ojiki as like direct big brother and uncle and father. You know, like it doesn't really. And then which ones do you translate to the actual word, and which ones do you translate to be the position? Because technically, if we say aniki is big brother, then we need to say oyaji is dad. You know, like it's the same to keep it all kind of consistent. But that's not really what it means, and so that's why we kind of have to be kind of careful about how those things are handled, because then it just feels like we don't know what we're talking about, or there's no consistency.
DQ. This is an embarrassment.
so just so you guys understand, like it does look hard because there's like an extra like 400 milliseconds of lag on the screen that we're watching, so it's a little rough. But if you guys got a good television set, you know, it is what it is. We've been talking about bringing in a second monitor that has direct output from the kit. So we can get some of this stuff done, but maybe that's something we really need to kind of bring together.
Let's do karaoke, as if that's going to be way easier on screen lag. But
so to answer, can I go back to that? So oya, what an oya is your like parents, your oya. The boon part just means it's just like a modifier that doesn't have any sort of direct analog, but it's just a modifier of the word oya. Oya is a parent, like you know, someone who's taking care of you from up top. So when you say oyabun, in the context of Yakuza, yeah, it literally means like your father. It literally means your father, but obviously they're not your blood father. It's like you know, like it's a Yakuza father figure. So all the words that they use for that in Yakuza is to show closeness. It's to show a bond that's outside what someone would have in like a company. Like if you joined a company, your boss is your boss, but in a Yakuza organization, it's not. There's a much stronger bond there. So,
for those curious, if you wanted to do the live chat, this is the sub story that starts it. These two dudes right here. I am on Taihei Boulevard. Just so you know.
So someone's asking about PS Pro support for Yakuza 6.
The game is a little more oh, sorry, Carrie. A little more.
It runs better.
It runs better.
It runs better. Yeah.
It's the frame rate stabilizes on the Pro. There's a little bit better ocular occlusion, which would mean, I believe, means puddles.
Basic puddles. Yeah, basic puddles. Puddles and reflections. Yep. I think it also means it also may have to do with some of the way light bounces off things in general.
But mostly not a whole lot of crazy tweaks.
Let's talk about what we changed. What kind of things in the Japanese version that we changed, if any?
That's a tough question. There's a lot. We changed the Japanese to English, Sam.
What about characters and character models or anything like that? Did we change anything?
Oh yeah. There's one licensing thing.
Oh, that's right. That's the only. That's like literally the only thing we changed about character models.
Yes. So I've had this discussion about licensing a little bit and why things can be problematic when they are licensed in Japan and not necessarily licensed for the entire world, right? And there is one character who was wearing brand name shoes And we did not get the license for his shoes. So we've censored his shoes.
We censored his shoes. We're really sorry about this, guys. You guys are not allowed to see this character's true shoes. So instead of having, what is it like? It's like, instead of having black stripes on it.
There's a stripe that is no longer, that is a stripe on his shoe in the Japanese version
that's
that did not make it to our version.
Sorry. We had to censor it for you guys. It's not.
It's
just,
censored gaming,
it's
get on
censored
that.
Get on it, censored gaming. We totally understand if you feel like you have to cancel your pre-order because of this.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. The things we have to do. Everyone's all like, they're destroyed. We've wrecked people's worlds.
Okay, there's a troubler about underwear, and I think I'm not going to do that. Karaoke. Here we are.
So the new Japan themes are still in there.
All the new Japan
everything's
content
all that
is
stuff.
still in there.
It's all in there, guys.
All those rest is still in there. Nothing is censored. Live chat totally in there. Both girls taking it all off just for you guys.
Like we really do try, guys. We really do try. Like, forget this. Here's an example of like how we're like, no, we should leave that in there. So we touched on some previous version or previous episode, but one of the key plot points in this game are these like these poems written on these stones in Onomichi that you're just kind of supposed to go around and read, and they're written in this beautiful kind of Japanese script. We could have just like replaced the script graphic with the English and thrown it up there, but no, we don't. We want to make sure we're giving you the experience, so we throw the Japanese up and then we fade in the English over it, so you guys get both. So even that's still in there. Even that stuff is still in there. So
some of these good songs won't have the magic interludes because you actually have to earn them in this game by taking a hostess with you to karaoke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, there are interludes specific to certain hostesses. Yes, I'm getting the 5 minutes left.
And you're gonna get this is gonna be hard. You're gonna have to lead everything.
I know. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna get the timing wrong here. Okay.
You gotta do it way faster.
I gotta go faster.
Yeah.
Oh,
where's my lighter?
I can't find the timing for like what the screen lag is.
It's good too because at least the button effects and the sounds come out of your controller rather than on stream. So it just looks bad. It doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, this game actually uses a lot of controller sound effects, guys, just so you know. There's my heat mode. This is a jam right here. I want to see some fan videos of different people like singing these songs. Like someone needs to get together and like pull that together. I've seen some judgments out there. Some covers.
Yeah, some covers. But I want to see like people across the world singing like all in one kind of thing. Someone pull that together. That'd be awesome. We'll retweet that if it's good. You guys can pull that together.
Definitely make that happen.
Yeah.
Magic in the air, Kiryu. Terrible score. Yes, these are all songs that you should do with hostesses in order to see the interludes, and they're very meaningful.
That's cool though. I actually didn't realize that.
Oh really?
Yeah. But because the one song I play when I play this is the one where he's like in Onomichi like jamming on.
Oh
the
yeah.
Whatever.
That's a great one.
And that one doesn't have that one. You don't need a hostess to do that one.
Yeah, you want to do that one? You want to do Today's a Diamond? I feel like you've shown that a lot, but Today's a Diamond is like the magic song.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
Uh-huh. What
we do so. Let's do something different.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
Fork in the Road's good. Hands also good. Like a Butterfly is Kiryu rapping. What are we feeling?
Let's do like a butterfly.
Like a butterfly.
So chat's asking me if I played through Kiwami 2. I have not played through Kiwami 2. Like halfway, 2/3 the way through Kiwami 2.
Passion's back.
I keep getting distracted by Mahjong. I go in and I'm like, I'm gonna advance the story today, but first I'm gonna play a little bit of Mahjong. And I go start playing Mahjong, and then like an hour and a half has passed, and I'm like, oh, it's time to go to bed. I guess I'm not gonna be playing again.
Yes, in this one, this is the one where you get Kiryu doing the crazy rap with the awesome shades. So make sure you do Riona. Take her out on a date.
So she sings the girl part.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh god, this is so hard. Why did I pick passionate? After this song, we're gonna wrap it, guys. I'm getting the time up warning. We started a little late. It's okay. Jacob. How does everyone feel about this song?
I don't think I've played this one before. This is jamming, dude.
This is jamming.
I don't think I've played this song before. All right, guys.
Like a beautiful butterfly. Right on out of here. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be back next Friday. We're going to have more Kiwami. Who knows what we'll do with the second hour yet, but something interesting.
We'll figure out. We'll keep it spiced up. All right.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you next Friday.